E aí, pessoal, eu tô de volta aqui agora para uma atualização dos devs, falando sobre algumas mudanças que vão chegar nos Shafts em breve. Eu tava gravando um vídeo falando sobre as novidades, o vídeo já deve ter acabado de ao ar enquanto eu tô fazendo esse vídeo. Eu ia incluir ele no outro vídeo, só que eu acho que ia ficar muito extenso e não ia dar tempo de publicar o outro antes das atualizações chegarem. Então eu vou acabar fazendo esse vídeo e vou lançar ele assim que ele estiver pronto também. Vamos lá, vamos ver o que o Dev tem a falar sobre as novas mudanças que vão chegar em breve.
Hey everyone! So I first just wanted to acknowledge that I'm wearing a hat today, and I'm not going to explain why, nor is there a head reveal planned in this video. So hopefully that frees up the comments section to instead focus on the content of the video. Speaking of which, we'll talk about the final update of Season 17, our incoming spatial audio enhancements, and an update on game health and where we're going to be focusing our efforts next. So let's jump right in. Season 17's final act arrives this month with the introduction of Reaper fortresses. Our skeleton forts have all been upgraded thanks to Captain Flameheart and are now an active battleground between the Reaper's Bones and the Dark Brethren. We've taken on board your feedback from previous acts and made sure that the rewards on offer from these new fortresses are not only worth your crew's efforts, but also something that's irresistible to contest when you see them pop on the horizon. The lessons we've taken here is that while we've previously focused on ensuring that these new additions to the sandbox fit within the existing economy and are comparable to the earn rates of other events, we shouldn't miss opportunities to spotlight these new additions with heightened rewards to incentivise their play at their launch. So, for the Reaper fortresses, while the vaults will always offer a wealth of treasure, during Act 3 they'll not only be the home to the Chest of Fortune, but they will have a chance to become boosted with a mega stash and contain an immense amount of treasure. There'll be high tier rewards for all of the trading companies in the stash, along with 3 chests of fortune and even a chest of legends. This mega stash boost will only be active for Act 3, so we're excited to see what carnage this creates at these new fortresses. Our October update also delivers some game health improvements, which have been put through their paces in Insiders. Water desync affecting console players has finally been addressed, resolving those issues where players would see incorrect visual effects when in the water. Further improvements to ship names shown on the crest, banners and logbook, ensuring they don't go missing after diving. We fixed a sneaky trick players were using to throw a blunderbomb instantly after firing a weapon. And then there's further performance improvements in this update, targeting some game-wide performance optimizations. Also a reminder that our second chance policy will be rolling out alongside this update, with some players being offered a second chance to return to Sea of Thieves. There'll be an article going...
Eu não acho que tem que dar segunda chance para trapaceiro. Não acho que quem usa programa de trapaça merece segunda chance. E digo mais, tem que ser ban por IP.
live alongside our October update with more information, so keep an eye out on our channels. Next up, I wanted to give an update on the enhanced spatial audio options announced during September's Sea of Thieves news. This feature provides a more immersive spatial audio experience for headphone users across both console and PC, and one that our team truly feels enhances the incredible audio experience already within.
Eu espero que esteja bem melhor agora mesmo, porque eu vou contar uma história pra vocês. Teve uma vez que eu ativei o som espacial no CIA, né, que eu uso um JBL Quantum One, e ele tem um sistema de som espacial, eu ativei o som espacial no meu jogo. Se eu soltasse a âncora e eu ficasse de costa pra âncora, eu não escutava ela. Ou seja, é como se ela não existisse atrás de mim, sabe? Então, assim, o som espacial desse jogo sempre foi uma merda. Eu espero que agora esteja minimamente decente pra dar pra usar.
Sea of Thieves. Our journey into Insiders, however, hasn't been great. There was critical audio issues in the experience, and players couldn't easily access the free universal profile to trial the experience for themselves, and the feedback in Insiders echoed that. This feature will therefore no longer be releasing in October's update, and we're going to take that time to make two key improvements. The first is to clearly address the audio experience. We'll be working with Embody to ensure this is optimised and sounding great before we return to testing. And then we're also going to revise the UI flow to ensure players have access to that free universal profile without having to share any personal information. Players can then choose when to trial the personalised experience on their own terms. We still stand behind the enhanced audio experience that we know this system can provide, but we've got some work to do here to prove that to you. So give us a little time and we'll get this back into testing when it's sounding incredible. Moving on to game health, we know how disruptive the impact of cheating is on your experience, and the team are continuing to work behind the scenes to combat cheat development across a number of fronts. While we generally keep our cards close to our chest in this space to hide our efforts to cheat developers, I know that often ends up feeling very one-sided, with footage of cheating surfacing without a direct response from us. With that in mind, I just wanted to share a quick update on some of our recent actions here. In the last few updates, the team has detected and enforced on cheats surrounding the bucket that were allowing players to bail water onto other ships at a distance. The team took down an on-demand server crash with a behind-the-scenes hotfix within 24 hours of its surfacing. A recently surfaced teleport technique using the ship's bed has been detected, banning players who attempt it. And our latest update addresses various rapid-fire techniques, preventing players from firing weapons at crazy speeds. While these actions are all examples of us working reactively to address issues that surface in the live environment, we have further work going on behind the scenes to secure up our systems, to improve our security across the board. Although, as expected, I'm not going to share any further details on those initiatives right now. On the bug fixing side, the team have found the main cause of the delayed loading times when returning from the Ferry of the Damned. While the return from the ferry is somewhat defined by the speed of your hardware, this should address those scenarios where you become stuck and can frustratingly hear the sounds of your ship creaking. This should also reduce the frequency of seeing those green skeletons instead of pirates for extended periods after loading in. Improvements to address this will be heading to Insiders this week, so jump in and help us nail this one. On the experience side, weapon switching improvements have been progressing well internally. We've got snappier weapon switching, and with all the guards removed, the experience is already feeling so much smoother. This will be heading to Insiders real soon, potentially even as early as this week. And while this won't be arriving in October's game update, we'll be spending this time in Insiders to get your hands-on feedback and ensure it's feeling great before we prepare for its launch in a coming update. So, with the weapon switching out of the bag and on its way into Insiders, I think it's about time to talk about what's coming up next from the game health team. With our new mechanics-focused part of the team, we've been looking across the game for areas of the experience that are in need of improvement. And for us, there's a clear area that hasn't had much attention since it launched back in Season 8, and that's Hourglass. So, our next focus will be to breathe some life into this experience, address some common areas of feedback.
Duas coisas que eu espero, que eu duvido que eles vão colocar, que é ser no mínimo uma linda pirata para utilizar a ampulheta. Isso eliminaria trapaceiros e faria com que quem tá na ampulheta tenha um mínimo de noção de jogo, porque eu já caí com muito novato que não fazia ideia do que tava fazendo. E aposto que muita gente que me assiste aqui já deve ter acontecido também, mas eu duvido que eles vão fazer isso.
Back and re-establish it with a stronger foundation so we can expand on it in the future. We're going to be looking at the following areas. First up is the integrity of the experience. I've shared before that we need to lock access to Hourglass behind various progression gates to disrupt cheating. This will be the first area.
Aí, ó, foi exatamente o que eu falei pra você. Mano, é só botar, não vai entrar na ampulheta até virar uma linda pirata. Acabou o problema.
We focus on. We'll then be looking to better control the length of battles by bringing ships closer together as the encounter progresses and reducing those stalemate scenarios. We're going to reduce the prep time needed to feel competitive in an encounter.
Outra coisa. Tempo da ampulheta, igual era na arena. Botar, tipo, 15 minutos de batalha, no máximo, entendeu? Isso já é resolvido. Tipo, quem acertou mais bala em 15 minutos leva. É simples. É só fazer igual era na arena, né? Só que na arena não tinha restrição de nível. Bota uma restrição de nível e um timer na ampulheta e acabou o problema, cara. É simples fazer isso, não é difícil.
We'll be looking at resource stocking, automatically raising emissary flags, and explore the ability to rematch more quickly after a loss. We'll also be reviewing the rewards on offer for both factions to ensure they both feel rewarding to progress, and fix up some commendation issues along the way. And then finally, we'll look to provide crews with more choice around how they match with rivals, providing better opportunities to find a more equally skilled match. Now,
Galera, a gente tá na temporada 17. A Ampulheta foi lançada na temporada 8. Os caras só tão falando de botar nível pra entrar na Ampulheta, de botar timer, recurso equilibrado e matchmaking agora. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. A gente tá falando disso 9 temporadas depois do lançamento da ampulheta. Por isso que eu falo, porra, por que a gente não faz uma atualização direito, bonitinho, deixa redondinho? Depois a gente vai focar em colocar coisas novas. Não seria melhor assim?
work in this area is just starting to kick off. So it'll be a little while before you start to see this flowing into insiders. But I wanted to get out ahead and share our next focus area. I feel confident that these improvements can not only rejuvenate the Hourglass experience for our most skilled players, but also crucially reduce the friction that hampers new pirates from dipping their toes into the more competitive side of Sea of Thieves. While this work.
Mas eu tô curioso também pra saber como isso vai funcionar, porque eu sou um jogador solo de PVP. Nível 1036 no Serviço da Chama e nível 257 nos Guardiões da Fortuna. Tenho mais de 7.800 horas de jogo. Dificilmente vai ter alguém na Ampulheta com o meu tempo de jogo e o. Provavelmente vai ter com o meu nível, mas não com o meu tempo de jogo. Aí eu queria saber exatamente como que eles pretendem balancear isso. Por exemplo, e se não tiver ninguém com um nível parecido com o meu? Ou acima do meu na Ampulheta quando eu estiver jogando? Eu não vou achar fila?
Should re-establish the Hourglass experience with a much stronger foundation. We're then going to use that to build from as we invest further in expanding the competitive experience that Hourglass can offer as part of future seasons. I'm not going to tease any further on that one, but we're looking forward to establishing this as a key platform for play as we continue to grow the game. Right, I think that was another chunky boy, wasn't it? Thanks for locking in. Catch you all next time.
Bom, pessoal, é isso. Obrigado por ter assistido e até a próxima.